ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back here to Killing Spree North America. This is going to be game number 2 between Team Liquid and Grats Tho. Team Liquid taking game number 1 pretty handily with a really nice pushing strategy. We saw Clockwork again picked up from Team Liquid. Not a surprise there. Grats Tho needs to turn it around. I am Maut. Thanks for joining us. With me today is Fun. How are you, sir? Fun? Fun? Fun?
Oh, sorry. I'm here. I'm doing just fine, thank you.
I was just like, where is he? What happened to him?
Yeah.
I was just talking about how game 1 was really good. The Clockwork pickup from Liquid. Good ban from Grats Tho. Please ban the Clockwork. Maybe. I'm thinking that's what they should do, but maybe I'm.
Oh man, it's just so weird because if you ban a Clockwork, I feel like it's a waste of a ban, but like it's not really, in a sense, because TC plays such a good Clockwork. It's just,
That hero
really
just works really well for them. For whatever reason, they found a way to make it work with their lanes, and it's cool because like you don't see it too often.
Yeah, Liquid actually played a really good game 1 with their gyrocopter mid. They had so much burst damage during the mid game, is that they took every team fight at each tier 1 tower, and they just won every single team fight. And that's basically the pace of the game went.
Yeah, there was never a point where they really lost a team fight. They lost a few heroes, but that was because they got caught out. Korok got caught out, I think, twice. TC almost got caught out, but never really died, I don't think. And there's a lot of times where it was just rough, I think, for the side of Grats Tho. They need to play, and we talked about this in the break, I think Grats Tho needs to play the way that they normally play. Usually what you'll see is Sleazel in a solo lane playing a solo lane hero. You'll see RTZ playing a mid lane hero who isn't Darkseer, and then you'll see they had Goody as a carry, but of course that didn't work out for them, so they have Lust now, but then Lust was playing a Queen of Pain in the side lane, which didn't make any sense to me, solo side lane, and it was weird. It felt like they weren't the team that they usually are, and it's just interesting because you just try to make it work, and it doesn't seem like it's working right now, though. So we're going to see some bans. It's going to be the Bat Rider, the Nyx Assassin again. Remember, Team Liquid has first pickup, and they picked Clockwork first last time. We'll have to see if that's what they want to go for this time around. Against the Darkseer was definitely a good pickup, I think, just because he really can't go anywhere when you get cogged up there. So we'll have to see if they decide to go for that first. Still 2 more bans to go, and then we'll find out what we're going to go here in just a moment. So thanks, guys, for joining us. If you're watching in the client, I really, really appreciate it. Buy a ticket. It's only $2. It's really good. And you can hear me in clear whatever audio codec that Dota uses in client, and me and Fun, and it's great. It's a lot of fun, and you can actually not complain about my camera skills because then you'll be able to control the camera on your own. So yeah.
Oh, that's such a luxury, man.
It is
having a ticket and then watching the replay while you're like you can just click around and see what's really happening.
Exactly, because I am not always in every place at every time. In fact, I miss more things than I catch out when I cast. So definitely pick that up if you would like to just have complete vision over what's happening in the game. It's like being your own, like watching football and then a cameraman makes a mistake and it's like a play action pass and the guy's gonna you think it's gonna be a run and the guy follows the runner but it's actually a pass, so the cameraman's like, oh, I'm all screwed up right now, for any of those that watch football. But having your own camera control is a pretty nice luxury to have. I'll say that much. Meanwhile, we're gonna get into the picks bans. Pretty standard
Otto
stuff.
is actually in the pool.
And he is, which Team Liquid very well may pick up. In fact, they will do so. Grats Tho, of course, banning out the Bat Rider and the Wisp. Of course, Team Liquid is going to ban out the Undying and the Nyx Assassin. So keep the light right now for Team Liquid. Hero that Mike and Fluff play pretty amazingly. Very good at just pushing and making sure it's difficult for the opposing team to push in just because Illuminate is so frustrating to deal with. We'll have to see what they decide to go for in Grats Tho. They've got to play their own game and not go for a game that necessarily is good for other teams but doesn't work for them, because that last game I felt like they were trying to play some other team's strategy and it just didn't work. We've seen Grats Tho go for some crazy stuff in the past, and if they can do it again, certainly. I mean, they just need to pick a hero that works for them, and they will have 2 picks here, and they're going to go into the reserve time. They're really thinking about what they want to go. And there was no first pick Clockwork, which is nice to have, but at the same time, I'm not sure really what might happen here. We have to wait and see what they want to pick.
I think they're going to focus on really getting their core right now, such as their support, because they really like that Shadow Demon, and also they might go for their mid lane hero for RTZ. So there's the Shadow Demon, like I said, and then they do the Gyrocopter.
And Gyrocopter works just as well. This is a hero where I'd be okay with RTZ playing, just because he plays... He's sort of in that semi-carry role. He plays Luna a lot of the time, and he just does a lot of ganking. I think they want to accomplish what Team Liquid accomplished in the previous game with Gyrocopter. Just give it to RTZ, let him farm, let him get some kills, let him go gank around to the middle, the mid lane, of course, the middle of the game. Just try to get something going for them. But then again, we'll have to see. There's a lot of time here for them to really think about what they want to go for in terms of just laning presence. Keeper of the Light, the choice for Team Liquid right now. We'll have to see if they'll pick up the Clockwork again. So we'll have to find out.
Keeper of the Light is such a versatile hero also. Like, he can turtle, he can be aggressive, and he can actually TP carries around, so making it like an instantaneous push. So they get the Clockwork in. Oh wow.
That's it. This hero. Why? Why? It works so well for them, and I like. Whenever I see this hero now for Liquid, I'm just gonna like, all right, well, good, they won. This game it's over. It's done now. That's it. I'm serious. Like this, they just play so well with it. They just get one level of cogs, get the hook shut up for level 6, and if you don't gank him, it's tough. I mean, I don't know. He just does such a good job at just controlling the fight. So
it really is ridiculous how TC plays his Clockwork, because his cog spam is almost on point, because he actually does it so much to where the whoever he's against has no mana pool to harass him out of the lane, and he goes a stout shield, so he doesn't actually take that much damage.
And they'll pick up the Luna as well. So Team Liquid, they've got what they want here. I think these first 3 heroes are really strong. In fact, I don't think it, like we saw in the last game, we'll probably see Clockwork and a solo side lane. Keeper of the Light and Luna will maybe be together, and then they're going to pick up one more hero, I'd imagine. Maybe another Enchantress or something like a Chen or something like that. We'll have to see. Grats Tho has one pick of their own. I think they need to go for something crazy that they know how to play. They've got to have like a ridiculous pickup here, else I just don't know, because what do you do to counter Clockwork? Like, they had a Queen of Pain, and that wasn't even able to really do much against Clockwork. What do you do? What do you do?
Yeah, I'm not. Man, that's really hard. I think maybe like a Clinks would be really good. And Sleazel plays a really good Clinks, and Clinks has insane lane control against whoever hero he's against. They could also go for their other support here, and like go like a Chen or Enchantress and like pressure around the map. But they're against a Keeper of the Light, so not too sure how that strat would work out, because having team fight with Gyrocopter is good and all, but when you're taking like hook shots and like Coddle blasts to the face, 500 damage, like, it's so hard.
It is so hard. It's gonna be frustrating, I think. But I have faith in Grats, though. They can turn it around. I mean, this is a team that really nobody knows about. We really hyped them up in the first game. They disappointed. And they'll pick up the Weaver, which is exactly what you were talking about, a hero that works really well for Sleazel. So they'll go back to their own strategies. And this is a hero that just absolutely dominates in the early to mid game, and I think it works really well for Sleazel. So we'll have to find out if that does pay dividends for them.
Their laning right now is very versatile. Team Liquid is I think they're gonna do probably they can do one of 2 things. They can aggressive Charlie and put Clockwork in that short lane, and then have the Luna aggressive Charlie versus the Gyrocopter. And because they have the Coddle, they have more burst damage.
10
but
seconds remaining.
My bet is gonna be they're gonna short lane and then have Luna just farm.
5 seconds remaining.
I would say, but I don't know if they actually play that kind of style. So
I mean, I think both teams are pretty versatile with the lineups they have right now. They can do any number of things right now. They're thinking about what they're going to want to ban, though. They've only got 13 seconds left here on the reserve time.
10
And what will it be is
seconds
the question. The answer we'll find out in a second. They have 3 bans to go, Grats Tho as well. I like Grats Tho's lineup certainly a lot more than what they had previously in the last game. I think this works more towards their favor, this type of gameplay. But we'll find out. I think if they don't send RTZ on the Gyrocopter and send him mid, I think they send him with Shadow Demon and probably play that with Lust. And then have Weaver played by Sleazel, and then RTZ, whoever he wants, he can pick up here.
Right.
Interesting thing to note, Magnus and Darkseer are still in the pool right now, and I think that both of those heroes probably need to be banned out, like, immediately.
I was about to mention that because Team Liquid banned Rubik, and Rubik is actually really good for stealing RP, so they might actually do the Boba Magnus solo mid, so.
He plays a really good Magnus. I think people were giving him a lot of flack early on when he first started playing it. And then he just turned around and he got like reverse polarity after reverse polarity after reverse polarity. It was crazy. It was really good play from him. But they're going to ban out the Bane next. Grats Tho's going to ban out the Enchantress smartly. There's still the Magnus and Darkseer, and I don't know. They got to be careful about this. It's a tightrope they have to walk. They're going to ban out the Chen too.
Oh man, they're really scared about the mid game presence that Team Liquid are are able to accomplish with Coddle and stuff like that. They run it really well.
You know what though? I've seen Grats Tho let Darkseer and Magnus go many, many times. They're not afraid of those two heroes, really. They find ways to deal with them. I mean, it's tough, but they find ways to deal with those two heroes. So maybe they're almost like trying to bait that pick out of Team Liquid. And I think they've got ways to deal with it if that does come down to it. Literally, if you go back and you watch some of the VODs from Neo Dota, not against Pain, but against pretty much everything else, you'll find that any game that isn't against Pain for Grats Tho, they let the Magnus and the Darkseer through every time, and sometimes the team picks up both of them, and Grats Tho has to play against both those heroes, and they somehow manage a way to win. So
right.
I think they're comfortable playing against those types of heroes, but we'll find out if that's what they want to go for. They could make it a little bit easier on themselves by banning one of those heroes out right now. Will they do so is the question. The answer will come in right now. It's going to be Storm Spirit ban. That's sort of a Korok respect ban. Smart that they did that. But now, of course, Darkseer and Magnus are available. They certainly could pick up Bulba's Magnus, send him into mid lane. We will find out. I mean, Bulba...
Shadow Demon's like phenomenal against Magnus too, because if he doesn't get caught in the reverse polarity and he RPs maybe two heroes, you can actually just disrupt one. Maybe like say he catches your carry, you just disrupt your carry. If he gets RP'd, then you're just good to fight. So...
10 seconds remaining.
Absolutely, and we'll find out if that's what they want to do here. I mean, Shadow Demon's very versatile in that regard, but Team Liquid, I think they've only got 5 seconds left to reserve time here, and sort of what they had last game. They take a lot of time here picking and making sure they've got everything they want. They're gonna pick the Queen of Pain next. Interesting pick up for them. It's gonna be even more AoE damage. They already have the Luna Eclipse, the Keeper of the Light, Illuminate, Clockwork can do some AoE damage with his cogs, his battery assault as well. So we'll have to see how this does work out for them. I think Queen of Pain is certainly a nice pickup. Interesting they went down that route. Grats Tho could pick up something like the Magnus if they wanted to themselves, but I don't think so. They really don't like running that, but we'll have to find out. There's only 90 seconds left to reserve time for Grats Tho, so this pick ban phase is really going the distance right now, but you kind of have to expect that from both these teams who are pretty good at picking and banning, to be honest with you. I mean, they're good drafters.
5 seconds.
They're really strategical in what they want to do during around the map. Fluff is obviously probably the best captain in North America, considering he was a part of Team Fire, then Complexity, and then now Team Liquid. So
10 seconds remaining.
Absolutely, God, I loved everything about Complexity, and I was kind of a fanboy of Complexity right around TI2, and so that kind of carries over to Team Liquid as well. But I have a soft spot in my heart for Grats Tho, who I've seen rise to the top of the North American amateur scene. They'll pick up Sven. An interesting pickup, should be sure. I don't know if that's going to be a carry Sven. I'm not sure. That could be a support. I don't really know, actually. They don't really play that hero too often, so it's very surprising for me to see that. Team Liquid's got to pick up something here, however, and we'll have to see what it's going to be. They've got one last pickup. They only have 1 second left to reserve time, so within 10 seconds, they pretty much have to pick up something here. And what could it be? I don't know. We'll find out.
Earthshaker.
Interesting.
I love watching Earthshakers.
And
You just watch the Echo Slam, just go boom, just 4 heroes, just crush them. Oh my god, I love watching Earthshakers.
I love Echo Slam. I have to agree with you, but at the same time, there are points where if you Fisher and it is not a good Fisher, you kind of screw up your entire team fight. So that's what you have to watch out for.
A really, really good Earthshaker will never make that mistake, and he'll also position himself to where he stuns 4 people with his Fissure during early game before he gets his Blink Dagger. Nature's Prophet. Okay, wow.
Yeah, that's interesting. RTZ's going to pick up the Furion here. That's something we don't see a whole lot. Lust will be on the Gyrocopter, which means that's going to be really a support Sven, I think. Yeah, because of that Nature's Prophet, I'd have to imagine that's going to be support Sven, which is interesting. You don't really see that, but that stun is going to be really nice for positioning, I think, and we'll have to see how that does pan out. I like Grats Tho's lineup, but I also love Team Liquid's lineup. They have a lineup that they can really, really, really trust. Bulba will be on the clock this time around, but we'll get into introductions in just a minute. So thanks for joining us, guys, here on Neo Dota. This is Killing Spree North America. This is game number 2 between Team Liquid and Grats Tho, and Grats Tho's got to turn it around, or else they're going to be going home early, and it's going to be a 2-0 victory for Team Liquid. But Grats Tho's going to try to take this to a 3rd game, and they certainly can do so. This is a new lineup they've got, of course, because Lut's joining them right now, somebody that doesn't play with them too often, but we'll see if this does pan out for them. Team Liquid waiting on one more person to pick up their hero. Looks like Fluff will be on the Earthshaker, just waiting on him. There we go. So, introductions on the side of Team Liquid. We're going to see Bulba up on the Clockwork. Onyx Mike on the Keeper of the Light. TC will be on the Luna. Fluff and stuff on the Earthshaker. And Korok will be on the Queen of Pain. Grats Tho, they're going to have Sleazel on the Weaver. Not a surprise there. RTZ, we're going to be on the Nature's Prophet. Heading down to the bottom lane, we're going to see Pandango on the Sven. We're going to see Broccoli on the Shadow Demon. And Lust to finish it off on the Gyrocopter. Heading mid, it looks like RTZ will go there in the mid lane. Looks like he'll be up against, I'd imagine. I don't know who's going to be up against. Might be up against TC, which would be interesting. No.
Oh, Rocket is about to scout lanes. Yeah,
Oh,
the
that's
Rocket
from
just scouted the lanes on the bottom lane. TC actually threw a Rocket towards the bottom lane to see where the supports were actually going to be roaming, because if they aggressive Chow lane, I'm thinking they're going to put the Chow lane bottom, because they're just fine of having an Earthshaker and a Coddle and a Luna versus Sven, Shadow Demon, Gyrocopter, because having Coddle and Earthshaker, that's like the best counter initiation you can actually have.
It really is. I mean, it's just a lot of damage that can come out. Fisher does quite a bit of damage early on. Illuminate as well. I mean, Illuminate's really good anyway, so...
Yeah.
We're going to see how this does pan out. The Rocket, though, does scout the lane. As you can see, Pandago is trying to avoid it with Broccoli, but they're going to get scouted out here. So that means they know that Lust is down there as well. Sizzle has to disconnect from the game real quick, and for whatever reason, I'm not sure. We're going to pause. We'll wait for him to get back in the game in just a moment. But yeah, this will be interesting to see a Tri-Lane versus Tri-Lane who can win this one. Honestly, even though there is Fluff on the Earthshaker and Ike Spike on the Keeper of the Light, I still think that the aggressive Tri-Lane from Grats Tho is pretty strong. It's going to be tough, though.
What they need to do, I don't think they can actually initiate on the Luna. They actually have to catch out the Coddle or the Earthshaker, because if they try and catch out the Luna, they're going to take a Fissure and Coddle Blast to the face. So they either need to burst the Luna down really fast, or else I'm pretty sure 2 of them are going to die.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. Meanwhile, Trees heading down to the bottom lane, scouting things out for whatever reason. RTZ's just going to send them down here. He'll go up in the mid lane right now in that Nature Prophet. He'll make some new ones and he'll head there. Himself, of course, they're going to be throwing up a ward here on the top room. Excuse me, another flare going to fly out, making sure that there's no Roshan happening right now. No early Rosh. That is certainly not happening. But that flare is very nice, of course, for catching things that I want to catch early. Certainly that early Roshan's one of those things. Bulba's going to head up to the mid lane. He'll probably head up into the top lane in a moment. It's going to be Tri-Lane versus Tri-Lane, though, and neither team is scared of this Tri-Lane right now. We'll have to see who does win this and who is able to really get the early advantage. Lust going for Ring of Protection early, could be a Ring of a Kill or Tranquil Boost. We'll have to find out. Broccoli is going to be sitting on Observer Wards as well. Pandango's got pretty much nothing. He's got some regen, though. He's going to pick up a Invis Rune, or at least think about picking it up. They do know that he has this. Of course, there is this Observer Ward, which was placed by Mike. Top lane is going to be Sleazel versus Bulba right now, and I think Sleazel should have a good job up here. Sleazel plays the side lane roles so well. We'll have to see if he can do okay against Bulba. Bulba's going to try to pull the creep wave, and I think Sleazel's not going to like this, so he's going to immediately maybe Shikuchi try to do some damage. No, he's just going to let it go, so Sleazel's going to have to sit under the tower. But he's done that before, especially with heroes like Clinks, who are a little bit more squishy, so Sleazel will have to play carefully. He's actually going to roam around and look to try to pull the creep wave back into near the tower. And I'm not sure if this will happen, though.
What I actually like what Bulba did right there, because he knows he can't stay in lane versus the Weaver, so I actually just pulled the creeps away to make sure that he doesn't get any harass while he's CSing, but he's still gonna get harassed.
Yeah, Sleazel
but just
did
not
a nice
as much.
job. Sleazel did a nice job just pulling that creep wave back to where it was supposed to be. Down in the bottom lane, there's actually going to be a pull from Pandago. They're going to try to bring it back to the tower as well. Another pause this time coming in from Lust, and we're having some big lag issues apparently. Oh, there's a resume of the game. Never mind. Lust will resume the game. Lag spikes happening left, right, and center. Lust is going to try to get some last hits. Right now, RTZ doing a pretty good job in the mid lane. He's actually got 4 last hits up against Korok. He's doing a bit of damage to him as well. We'll see how RTZ does fare here in the mid game. Top lane, we're going to see Sleazel get cogged out there. Bulba doing a nice job pulling the creep waves again. Bulba and Sleazel will just eat a tree here. Cog's doing a very nice job of harassing. But so is Sleazel with his right click damage. There's going to be Flare going. Shikuchi flying as well, just so he can get a last hit or two. Creep wave being pulled back down to the bottom lane, so right now I think Grats Tho is playing pretty well. Korok's actually very low, as you can see. There's a TP coming in. RTZ was thinking about TPing down behind him. Korok actually has to use his self. He's almost out of regen as he's only got 2 tangles left. RTZ is going to back up, though. Down to the bottom lane, Pandago and Broccoli and Lutz are going to try to stop this Illuminate going. Ice Spike is going to flow that up, and there's going to be a Fissure as well. That's
so
a lot of damage. You imagine, like, if they're 3 or 4, how much damage that's going to do?
Yeah, that's going to be so much.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of damage. So they'll have to be pretty careful of this. They can be aggressive early, but they can't really afford to take that much damage early on. Korok back to pretty much full health. He's at 7 last hits. RTZ sitting at 9. He's doing pretty well for himself at level 3 right now. Sue's up in the top lane. He's got 6 last hits, only 5 for both, but he's not too far behind. Suzel's taking more harass here from that Rocket Flare. Clockwork's such a good hero. Another pull going in this time, just 1 range creep going for Sleazel. He'll be able to take that, or not. That's fine. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Korak taking even more damage. And RTZ's taking Shadow Strikes to his face, but he doesn't seem to be too concerned. He's got plenty of regen available. TC's playing very up. He actually went to go get his boots. They wanted to go on him. Maybe a disruption available. Not going to happen, though. Very close, though. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, RTZ's going to take a Shadow Strike. I think the Scream of Pain as well went on him, so RTZ has to play back. And another pause. Yeah, ring around the pauses. Ping. Broccoli sitting at 200. Pretty much everybody on Grats Tho is sitting at above 100, so that's not good. Yep, alright. Excellent. Pauses left, right, and center. Here we go, back into the game. Bottom lane. Warcry's going to go. Illuminate's going to fly. It's going to hit 2 right. There's a Fisher onto Broccoli as well. They want to keep playing aggressively here, but the damage coming out from Fluff and, of course, Ixmark is just too much. Ixmark sitting at level 2 himself. He's got Chakra as well as Illuminate. Roaming down bottom lane, you can see Queen of Pain taking up a DD rune. They'll spot that out, which means that RTZ's got to be very careful here in the mid lane. RTZ's sitting at 15 last hits. He's not going to go for bottle. Looks like he might be going for that early hand of Midas. Would not be surprised to see that if he can get it. Bulba's sitting at 12 last hits. Sleazel's sitting at 7, so he's actually fallen behind a little bit, unfortunately. So he's having not the best time. It's going to be Cogs, making sure Sleazel cannot get his mana going, unfortunately. Down in the bottom lane, still a little bit of harass going. Now some last hits going for Lust. There's going to be Illuminate flying, just pushing the lane a little bit more as well. And CC is going to try to get the last hit. It's not going to happen, though. There's going to be some denials there. RTZ's doing a nice job. He actually went into the jungle and he's just letting the mid lane go while Korak has that DD and the lane's pushed up. So pretty smart for him. Make sure that he gets last hits without taking too much damage or harass from Korak there. We'll TP actually back home. Pick up boots. He's actually not going to go for that Midas, which I thought he might, but not going to happen.
Nope.
Top lane, Sleazel's going to continue to get last hits, and TPing back is going to be RTZ, who's back at full health.
Another thing to note that when Furion can actually just TP bottom, so the Charlene versus Charlene, so it can instantly be a 3v4 when the teleports up. So we'll see if they can actually get first blood that way, catching out maybe the Earthshaker or the Coddle with a TP and Sprout. So
they certainly could play aggressively if they want to. Mid lane, you're going to see Korak go on to RTZ. Korak still has that DD rune bobbled up, and he's actually taking quite a bit of damage, but he'll be alright. Luna was thinking about going in. TC's going to fly a Lucent Beam onto him, and maybe they're going to think about going here. There's going to be a Warcry, however. Broccoli doesn't want to go down. He's kind of low. He has actually no regen. Pandago's got a Sal form if necessary. Mid lane, RTZ's still going. There's the DD rune up on Korak. Now RTZ's got to play very back to this tower here. He cannot get dove. If Korak wants to, he certainly can dive. RTZ's thinking about TPing away. He's going to throw his treants. He's going to actually try to TP right now. And he'll be okay. He's just going to send his treants right back onto Korak. Korak can't really do much there. So his double damage rune, not necessarily the best use, but TC's going to use his Lucent Beam, try to do some damage there. Actually heading back home was, I believe, Shadow Demon. So Broccoli will TP in. He's actually got enough money to buy one. So there's that. Top lane, Sleazel sitting at 15 last hits, but of course Bulba's sitting at 21 right now. Bulba is sitting on level 6, so he's got his hookshot available. Sleazel has to be careful. Bulba can get right next to him. Sleazel can Shikuchi away if necessary, but if he gets clogged up, then that'll be trouble. Bottom lane, they can be aggressive. No kills just yet. It's actually 5-15. Surprised that nothing has happened in terms of kills or deaths. Korak chasing the mid lane. RTZ picking up an illusion rune. So Korak has complete and utter rune control right now, but RTZ does not seem to be faced. He's actually sitting at 26 last hits himself. And Furion can TP down there in that bottom lane if he wants to. He's almost level 6 right now, which would give him, of course, Nature's Wrath, which is an extra little bit of team fighting presence to have, which is nice. Lust and Broccoli, of course, and Pandago playing very far back here. Level 3 for the Sven, level 2 for the Shadow Demon right now. So, of course, Pandago needs some levels right now. Excuse me, Broccoli needs some levels right now. And just not getting it. There's going to be Illuminate flying out and missing everybody there.
I think I wouldn't be surprised if RTZ actually TP towards top to kill the Clockwork, because Clockwork actually has no escape mechanism right now. So when Sleazel goes back towards the top lane, I wouldn't be surprised if RTZ TP top and kill the Clockwork.
We'll have to see that if that does happen. Korak's going to head to the top rune spot, not going to find it. Roaming bottom, Broccoli did pick up the regen rune, I believe. That's, yep, that is true. So there's no rune for him this time around, so no bottle control for Korak. It doesn't really matter. He's at full health and mana anyways. RTZ's now sitting at level 6. He's got Nature's Wrath. He's almost got 1,000 gold too. Sleazel's back in the lane. He's actually trying to do some damage here to Bulba. Bulba's actually kind of low, and if that TP wanted to come out, here it goes. Thinking about it. Gonna get canceled. No, so Bulba was thinking about sitting there and staying there. Now, TC's playing very far up down in the bottom lane. Oh, Korak's roaming from behind here. They have no vision on the map right now, so Broccoli and Pandago, they can all get initiated on right now.
Oh, this is going to go horrible.
Oh, man, this is going to be tough. If Korak gets up here and gets even... he's thinking about it. He wants to go. There's going to be Illuminate to fly out first. There's a loose beam to Fisher as well. They're going to die this right now. There's the kill immediately. Lust is going to go down with that Sonic Wave. Double kill for Korok. There's the Chakra. The Eclipse is going to fly out. They're going to take all 3 down here. TC's low, but it doesn't matter. They're going to self him up right now. Actually, Tranquil Boots, excuse me. And man, that was an excellent initiation coming. They just dove that as soon as the Illuminate and the Fisher flew. Just too much damage flying in right now. Meanwhile, Bulba's going to hook shot onto RPZ. He's in some trouble right now. He can TP away if necessary, but he keeps getting cogs, so, or battery celled, and the Scream of Pain to take the kill. 4-0 right now for Liquid, and they're playing their game.
But it was actually a mistake from Grats Tho. They didn't have any ward to see the transition for Queen of Pain. What Korok did, he's actually so smart because he left to gank the instant the ward went down, and then he just won the bottom lane for his team. So great play by Korok.
Yeah, that bottom lane now. I mean, that's it. They just essentially got Luna as much farm as really needed. Early on, I think, at least. Of course, Ring of Basilius is done for Luna, who could go for Ring of the Kill if he wanted to. They're going to try to be aggressive here onto Fluff. He's going to try to fish himself. Not the best disruption here from Fluff, but that is not good. And they're going to lose Broccoli because of that. And actually, Luna's going to get a kill there. That is not what they wanted. They're going to be a TP roaming in, actually, right now from the side of Korok. There's going to be Rocket Barrage. Pandago is going to go down. Lust is in some trouble. He certainly is going to go down here. There's going to be Illuminate flying. Shadow Strike could be coming in, doesn't matter. There's the Lucent Beam, and the kill going for double kill with the TC getting it. That is not what they wanted. That disruption, really not the best.
Looks like Bulba's gonna go on the mid lane with Invis Rune. Yep.
RT's gonna get cogged up. There's the hook shot. As the cogs available, he actually doesn't have enough mana. There it is, and the Fisher. RT's gonna get disrupted defensively right now. There's gonna be a Soul Catcher onto Bulba. RT's trying to get out, but there's the Scream of Pain with Korok getting another kill. And this is going to be tough. Sizzle's roaming in right now with Shikuchi trying to do some damage to Bulba. There's the Sentry Ward. And that's another 2 dead, so it's 9-1 right now for Liquid. And it's getting away from Grats Tho right now. It's really getting away from them.
Yeah, you're completely right. Korok is roaming almost perfectly. He hasn't made any misstep to where he dives too far. He just synergizes so well with his team, with the decision making that they make. So it's gonna be really hard for Grats Tho to actually come back to the lane because they already lost their tri lane, and it's not like they can roam on the Queen of Pain because she's always moving around the map. The only place they could actually come back from the game is if they I guess if they could possibly 5-man bottom, but then again, like, you're 5-manning against a Call to Earthshaker, it's gonna be really hard.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Liquid is just playing everything the way they need to play it here. No vision on the river again, so they have no idea that Korok is roaming in looking for a kill, I don't think anyways. There's this aggressive ward right here that you can see near this tier 2 tower, so they have all the vision in the world if they want to go on Lust or Pandango. They're going to take a tier 1 tower because they're absolutely nowhere near it, and they can do enough damage to really take this down. They'll use the Illuminate to fly it out, make sure the Creep Waves push into Fisher as well. Oh, Lust gets very close to Lucid Beam, or Scream of Pain will do the job there. Pandango now is going to get Sonic Wave as well. That's a double kill for Korok. It is getting out of hand here. Snoozle's alone right now. He's in some trouble. He's got Time Lapse. He can use that if necessary. He's also got a Shikuchi. He's not going to use it. He's actually just uses Tranquil Boots. He'll Shikuchi away, however, so he'll be okay, but that's going to be a tier 1 for sure down in the bottom lane. I mean, the Illuminate Fisher combination is just so much damage, and then on top of that, you got the Lucent Beam, you've got Korok with the Scream of Pain and the Sonic Wave. The nuke damage is just too much it's too damn high for Queen of Pain inside of Team Liquid right now.
Grats Tho not having vision on Korok roaming towards the bottom lane, I'm so surprised that they still haven't warded it. Queen of Pain's done that twice now. It's not worth. You need to ward it. That's all I was gonna say. You need to ward it. Like, Korok is just gonna keep coming towards the bottom lane. If you're gonna try lane bottom, they're still not doing anything. Like, they can't just sit here. They'll just die again. But hey, Liquid are just playing really well.
I mean, yeah, they are. There's really nothing they can do. TC's going to try to get out. He's got Drum Charge. He could have popped that if he wanted to, but it's not looking too great for the side of Grats Tho. They're down 11-1. Experience is going above 5,000.
Hook shot is coming. Bottom. Yep, there it is. Oh, he missed. Never mind.
You say, like, hook shot, and I'm just like, oh god, where's it happening?
Oh, he's actually gonna die.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. There's gonna be Eclipse coming out. Sexy's gonna go down. TC's gonna get that kill. Dominating. Broccoli might be next. Might dive this. I mean, they absolutely could. There's going to be the disruption defensively. Fluff's going to use his Fisher as soon as he's down, or just the Enchantoad is fine. Double kill for TC right now. Keeper of the Light picking up one on the left tower capture right now, but immediately TPing in is going to be RTZ. Nice sprout, but the cogs are just doing so much. Bulba might not get out here. They finally get the kill on a Clockwork. Yes, they did it. They did it.
It's like, well, I'm just going to dive your tier 2 tower and kill your Savannah and your Gyrocopter because you can't do anything. It's fine. We're just going to We're just gonna kill you under your tower. No big deal.
They're not even afraid. I don't blame them.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got a double level advantage on the Sven and of course the
Yeah,
Shadow
the
Demon.
thing
Shadow
was
Demon's
Sven's
level 4.
smart too. They only have one. He only has one stun, and he's like, "Well, I'm just gonna sit here and tank with my face, I guess." I don't know.
It's not like if he had farm, I'd be like, yeah, all right, that's fine. But like it's
Oh, bottom. Oh, much.
oh, the Echo Slam, the Fissure, the Illuminate, the Echo Slam, the boost of travel from Korak because why not?
Oh,
Yeah. 16
he got
to
put
3.
down fast. Holy cow.
Damn.
Top lane.
What's happening top? Defensive disruption on Bulba. Bulba has a hook shot. He's waiting, trying to juke it. Oh, the jukes. Where is it? He's just gonna battery his ultimate instead. He's not even gonna use his hook shot. He doesn't need to. He'll just throw his flare.
Oh, that was a bit funny.
Bulba's just like, alright. I guess I'll just get close to you.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Clowny has Dota right now. 17 to 3.
Dire's structures are
RTZ's
fortified.
got his hand in Midas. That's not gonna help too much. Unfortunately, bottom. Oh, big fight coming. There's the big son of the fluffing stuff right now, but he's the only one. RTZ's gonna fly in. Brockman's gonna take a fish in the face. There's a Sonic Wave. Quark's gonna take that kill. They'll get the kill on the Gyrocopter. Meanwhile, Ix Mike, double kill for Lust on the backside with his flat cannon. He's gonna pick up 2. One of them being Ix Mike. Quark trying to get out. There's the Shikuchi coming in from the Weaver.
TC's gonna pick up Therian on top. Oh, he's actually fought.
Now RTZ's dead. Yep, there's the Lucid Beam. Double kill from TC. He'll actually TP out now as well. Well, that was about as good as you're going to get, I think, from Grats Tho, at least for now.
Yeah, that was the best fight they could possibly ask for. And they're still trying to kill stuff, which I think they should just back up. I don't know why they've committed so much attention towards this bottom lane. Like, they're running themselves into a wall, basically, of Earthshaker Kato that has levels after Korak has won the lane for them. It's really, I don't know.
Oh, Bulba's going to take that call down, which is going to slow him. They want that. Oh, the stun. Bulba's going to fall. He chased too far. Too brave from Bulba there, unfortunately. Looking at the items, Mech almost up on Keeper of the Light at 14 minutes. Fluff has his Arcanes. Boot to travel for Korak, which he talked about already. Everything else is sort of coming right now. Korak has, he's going to start an negative step. He's actually pretty close to completing it. Meanwhile, RTZ's going for what seems to be a Shadow Blade and Hand of Midas, so he's just trying to get something going. There's a tier 1 bottom, mid lane, taken. Mech's done for Ix Mike right now. In the top lane, RTZ's continuing to farm. He's desperately trying to get that Shadow Blade. I'm pretty sure he's going for a Shadow Blade. I don't think it's dataless, but, or whatever.
RTZ is gonna, oh no, he's TPing out. I thought he was gonna get Smoke King.
Oh, he stopped TPing. No, TP,
Oh.
get out, and he does get out, thank God. Ix Mike using his ultimate might recall someone. Might recall Bulba. We'll find out if he does. Shadow Demon will deny the top tower, I think, or no, bottom 2-2. Never mind. Excuse me, I forgot that they actually just dove right to the tower. There's Bulba getting recalled. Pandango is here with Sven RTZ as well.
Mid lane.
Yeah, they're gonna jump on top of this. Hook shot onto RTZ. He is gonna go down. Maybe there's no stun. They actually used it. Not enough mana. Oh, the Echo Slam doing so much damage. And of course the Illuminate to finish it all off. That's 2 heroes dead up on the high ground right now. Lust is gonna TP out just fine. Sluzel's alone. Oh god. Sluzel gets caught out. Where's the Sentry? They don't need it. Sluzel will be alright. He'll get out. He's got 2 Wraith Bands. He's fine. And an Ochre Club. He's totally fine. Broccoli's roaming into the 2-2. I don't even know if it's okay to be under a 2-2 right now just because they dive so hard. They're just like...
Like what happened bot lane? It was like, yeah, there's a tower here, but we don't care.
Yeah, no, they really don't. I don't blame them for not caring. Eagle's slowing up on Luna. He's going to rush that butterfly because why the hell not? So, alright. Everything's looking good.
That's though actually lost all sense of map control. You see, like, they're just scrambling around the map there. I'm like, it's so hard playing against... Like, if you're this far behind, it's so hard to come back. They're just scrambling around the map, trying to find whatever kills they can. But at this point, it's just close to impossible.
It really is. TC actually TP's down in the bottom lane just trying to stop RTZ's push. They want a tier 1. They actually got one in the mid lane, which is always nice. But now they're going to go on top lane. Ix Mike's going to try to recall somebody in. Sluzel's going to get Fissure. Nice job there from Fluff. But Sluzel, he still has his time lapse in. Oh, the Eclipse coming in immediately from TC right now, doing some damage. Pandango, the Screamer Pan as well. Korak's going to come in with a double kill immediately. Lust is going to go down as well. Korak's going to take another one, and that's GG. Just too much damage. Team Liquid's going to take this one 2-0. And, well, we hyped this game. We hyped Grats Tho, and Team Liquid's just too damn good. Is really what it is.
They really are. They tried to kill Ix. They tried to kill Ix.
Well, that's alright. I think Grats Tho just needs to regroup for next week when they, it'll be interesting to see and what they do next week. Dagon's done for the Queen of Pain, because why the hell not? So thanks for joining us, guys. Once again, I am Maut here on Neo Dota for Killing Spree North America. Team Liquid will face off against Team Dignitas next week, and the King of the Hill match again for the second time in the span of 3 weeks. That'll be interesting to see. Joining me tonight was Fun. And any last closing thoughts before we get out of this game?
I think Team Liquid just play their strategy so well. With what heroes they picked like really good mid-game heroes and Korak roaming. They just really solidify how they play. It's really solid.
Absolutely. For all of you Team Liquid lovers out there, we will have another Team Liquid series. It's actually going to be on twitch.tv/DotaHut. That's coming up at 3 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be against No Tide Hunter, which will be a lot of fun. I should be able to be doing that with MRJ. I'm not sure, though. We'll find out in just a moment who is casting with that, if anybody. But thank you so much for joining us, guys. Once again, if you enjoyed the cast, follow us on Neo Dota, which is here. Twitter.com/NeoDota2, YouTube.com/NeoDota2, and check out our website at neodota.com. Of course, we made an announcement about Mad that's coming back on February the 25th, and I'll be joining as a host, which will be fun. That'll be something to look out for. Playing the token white man role. Yeah, the non-Asian, if you will. So check that out, February the 25th at 8 p.m. Eastern, which is a Monday. If you enjoyed the cast, please follow me at twitter.com/MautDota2. If you enjoyed Fun, well, you can't really follow him anywhere because he doesn't have a Twitter or Facebook or anything like that. So follow him somewhere. I don't know. Add him on Steam, I guess. Shout out to Fun. Thanks for joining me, man. I really appreciate you joining me tonight. We'll see you guys later. Have a nice night, guys.